So I had to make some wind deflectors for my plants because in the spring I had little babies just down on the ground. Well, I should say babies, they're maybe like this big. And a whole bunch of them got torn up. So I tried making some enclosures before a few years ago and the wind just tore it apart. So I did it a little bit differently this time. There's a turnbuckle up there that allows me to adjust the tension of the top cable. And then the lower section, this is a little easier to see on this side. The lower sections have two cables on them. The chain down there, and then these are cables because this stretches and the cable stretch. As you can see, it's not that tight, it doesn't need to be. So the lower chains hold the whole part straight down. Without these separate cables, or with this is acting like one cable, but without these and this, if it was just this holding the sheet down, because this is like a vinyl, it flexes a bit. And it would have to be extremely tight to constantly keep it under tension, but when the wind comes, it would just tear it up. So these are offset, these are towards the inside, and those are towards the outside, that wraps around the top. So this allows me to adjust how much tension is on here versus how much tension is on here. And like I said, that one adjusts the tension of the whole thing. So if I loosen this up, it could put all the tension on this. If I tighten this up, this would go slack. So by adjusting these, I can adjust the frequency at which this is gonna rock. I haven't needed to adjust it so far, and even when it gets windy up here, I don't see any wind coming in here. And I also purposely left some gaps around it, because if you didn't, as the wind comes this way around the edge, it would create a low pressure in here. You get little vortexes coming in here, which is why the wind just coming over the top of the railing came down and destroyed plants that were sitting on the ground.